I agree. I mean, look, you need an ID to get on a plane. You need an ID to enter a federal building, to open a checking account.
Exactly.
You pretty much need a photo ID to function
everything
in American society. You need one to buy the kind of Sudafed that works too if you get a cold.
So how did that fly?
So yeah,
how did that even fly? That, oh, okay, we're going to do away with IDs, and that's politically incorrect. I don't even understand the thinking.
Well, so what happened in most states is they didn't have an ID requirement for the early years of the 20th century, going all the way into the 1980s, and then states started realizing that voter fraud was happening, and so state by state we started adopting it. So now you've got about a dozen states like Kansas that have a very strict photo ID requirement. Then you've got another maybe 6 or 8 states that have ones with loopholes in them, and then there's a whole bunch of states, in fact the majority, still don't have it. And our Constitution allows the states to define the rules of voting. We'll see if more states adopt it, and maybe this commission can shed some light on the subject.
When are you expecting to report your findings, sir?
We're expecting to do so in a year, so next spring, maybe May, but the commission stays in existence for up to 2 years. So if for some reason we have to go later, we can, but our hope is 1 year.
An early look at what you will produce? Can you give an expectation of where you're going to be providing some evidence?
Well, I can't forecast what the conclusions would be, but I can give you some idea of what we might do. So one thing that's never been done before that I alluded to earlier is the Department of Homeland Security has a database of all known aliens, green card holders, temporary visas holders in the United States, and that has never been bounced against a state's voter rolls to say, well, hey, how many of these people with this name, this date of birth, so you can get an exact match, how many of them are registered to vote in state A or state B? We can do something like that, again, which will be very informative, and I don't know what the results will yield, but I know that, for example, in Kansas, we have seen a large number of non-citizens registered on our voter rolls, and that's one of the subjects we're actually locked in battle with the ACLU in court right now, because we require proof of citizenship in our state.
Great. Well, very informative indeed.